All right, thanks, guys. We are once again coming off another outstanding day on my Patreon website. 3-1 yesterday on a Monday. Good for 75% to start off the week. It's going to improve our record to 9-1 in our last 10 NBA tier package plays. We're also 12-3 in our last 15 college basketball tier package plays on that website as well. The good news is this: we have another college basketball tier package play going off tonight. We have over 1,100 active members on that website. The link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. All right, we got ourselves a very good slate of college basketball action, couple marquee matchups, so let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to start with Iowa taking on Sparty, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at Michigan State. The Spartans are minus 8.5, total at 152. Now, we are seeing significant money on Michigan State and the under. They open 7.5 up to minus 8.5, total open 153 down to 152. Now, Michigan State is 10-3 straight up at home, 9-4 against the number in those 13 games. A lot of those games, they're laying the points as well. Michigan State, top 10 in the country in offensive rebounding, top 10 in defensive field goal percentage. Well-rounded on both ends of the court. Cassius Winston, 18 points a game, 6 assists. Xavier Tillman, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Aaron Henry, 10 points a game, 5 rebounds for this Michigan State squad. Sparty, they rank in the top 10 in defending the 3-ball. They're also in the top 5 in the country in offensive rebounding on the road. We're looking at a Michigan State team who's averaging 81 points per contest. Meanwhile, defensively, they're holding their opponents to just 37% from the field when they are at home. Now, on the other side, Iowa, they've had some really, flashes of greatness this year, but when they're on the road, they struggle. Just 4-5 straight up on the road this year. They're giving up 77 points per contest as the official road team. And they're just 4-5 against the spread in their last 9. And of course, this has been kind of an issue for him. C.J. Frederick, he's listed as questionable. Once again, really struggling with that ankle injury. Now, total-wise, Iowa is 16-11 to the under. Meanwhile, Michigan State, 80% to the under in their last 10. So I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me Michigan State minus 8.5. And the under 152 in that game. All right, another good matchup here. SEC, we're talking about Kentucky taking on Texas A&M. 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. The Wildcats are minus 6.5 on the road, total at 128 and a hook. We're seeing money on Texas A&M and the over. Kentucky open 7.5 down to minus 6.5. Total open 128 up to 128 and a hook. All right, Texas A&M just 6-9 against the spread at home this year. They're averaging just 62 points per contest and shooting just 39% from the field. Really struggling on the offensive side of things. Kentucky on the other side, nice little 6-game winning streak for them right now. They've also won 14 out of their last 16 games. They're 5-1 against the number in their last 6. They're also 6-2 ATS as the official road team. They rank in the top 30 in road scoring, top 10 in the country in 3-point shooting on the road as well. Isaiah Quickly, 16 points a game, 4 rebounds. He's shooting 92% from the stripe, and he's also shooting 41% from downtown. Nick Richards, 14 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. And Tyrese Maxey, 14 points a game, 4 boards, 3 assists. Kentucky's averaging 75 points per contest on the road. They're also shooting 79.3% from the free throw line. Now, 3 out of Kentucky's last 4 did stay under the number. Meanwhile, Texas A&M 15-11 to the under on the year. I'm going to lean toward another favorite. Give me Kentucky minus 6.5 and the under 128.5 in that contest. Next game, DePaul versus Xavier, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Musketeers are the 7-point favorite, total at 136. We saw money on Xavier and movement upward on the total. So Xavier opened 6.5 up to minus 7. Total open 135 up to 136. Xavier, although favored at home in this spot, could potentially be advantageous. They have dropped 2 out of their last 3. And they've also gone just 4 and 11 against the spread on their home court. Now, Xavier struggling from the line this year, just 65% free throw percentage. They're also shooting just 42% from the field on their home court. One more thing to add about Xavier, they've been struggling in home defensive rebounding. Now, DePaul on the other side, 60% against the spread on the road. They're also averaging 72 points per contest when they travel. They're shooting 35.4% from beyond the arc on the road as well. Charlie Moore, 16 points a game, 7 assists, 2 steals. Paul Reed, 15 points a game, double-digit rebounds, 3 blocks. Jalen Coleman lands, 12 points a game, 3 rebounds. Lands is shooting 81% from the line. We're looking at a DePaul squad who's 5-3 to the under in their last 8. Xavier, 10-5 to the under on their home court. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me DePaul plus 7 and the under 136 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's college basketball action. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you guys had a great start to your week. I know we did on Patreon, where once again, I went 3-1 in my premium picks on my Patreon website yesterday to start off the week. It's going to put us at 9-1 in our last 10 NBA tier package plays. We're also 12-3 in our last 15 college basketball tier package plays. And the good news is we have another college basketball tier package play going off tonight. Guys, we do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. If you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. It's right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage, where we have over 1,100 members currently signed up on that website. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got TCU taking on Iowa State, 7 o'clock tip-off. The Cyclones are favored by 2 at home, total at 138. We did see a significant move toward TCU, money on TCU, and the over right now. Iowa State open as the 3-point favorite, down to -2. Total will be 136.5 up to 138. Iowa State pretty good at home this year, 10-5 straight up on their home court, 60% against the number in that same category. Meanwhile, the Horned Frogs on the other side, they've dropped 7 out of their last 9. They've also gone just 1-7 straight up in their last 8 on the road. They failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of those 8 games as well. We're looking at a TCU squad who's averaging just 56 points per contest when they travel. They're also shooting just 36% from the field on the road, 26% from beyond the arc in that same category. Now, TCU 5-3 to the under in their last 8. Iowa State 60% to the under on their home court. I'm going to lean toward the home favorite in this one. Give me Iowa State -2 and the under 138 in that game. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Ole Miss taking on Auburn, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Tigers are 8.5, total 139 and a hook. We're seeing money on Ole Miss and movement downward on the total. Auburn open 9.5, down to -8.5. Total open 141, down to 139 and a hook. Right now, Ole Miss is plus 325 on the money line. And if you like Ole Miss in this matchup here, I am not on the same side as you. They've lost their last 3 straight. They're also averaging just 60 points per contest on the road, 36% from the field in that same category. The Rebels are just 1-8 straight up as the official road team. Auburn on the other side, top 25 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. They're averaging 79 points per contest. Meanwhile, they're also averaging even better, 83 points per contest on their home court. Now, 8 out of Auburn's last 10 did get over the number. They're also 10-5 to the over on their home court. Ole Miss on the other side, 2-0 to the over in their last 2. Meanwhile, 5 out of their last 8 also got over the number. I'm going to lean Auburn -8.5 and the over 139.5 in that game. Next contest, Bama, Mississippi State, 9 o'clock tip-off. The Bulldogs are laying 3 points at home, total at 158. We're seeing money on Alabama and the under. Mississippi State open 3.5, down to -3. Total open 160, down to 158. Alabama's plus $1.55 on the money line. They're also 80% against the spread on the road this year, 11-3 against the spread away from home, so that includes road games and neutral site games. Alabama, top 3 in scoring in the country, top 25 in offensive rebounding. They've successfully covered the point spread in 4 out of their last 5 games, and they're also averaging 83 points per contest. Mississippi State, on the other side, just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. They also went just 7-8 against the spread on their home court. Now we're seeing a lot of overs between these two teams. Mississippi State 8-0 to the over in their last 8. Alabama 7-2 to the over in their last 9. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me the Crimson Tide +3 and the over 158 in that game. Next comment.